Good afternoon, Keluarga Malaysia. Thanks for choosing updates at noon. I'm Renee Fong. And making the headlines today, Malaysia, Singapore reiterate commitment to strengthen bilateral ties. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob received a courtesy call from visiting Singaporean Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Lawrence Wong at Perdana Putra yesterday as Malaysia and Singapore continue to further strengthen their bilateral relationship. This is Wong's maiden visit to Malaysia after being appointed as the Island Republic's Deputy Prime Minister in June 2022.
Congratulated Wong on his appointment. Both leaders also reiterated their commitment to explore new areas of cooperation between both countries. Also present were Finance Minister Tengku Datuk Seri Zafrul Abdul Aziz and Foreign Minister Datuk Seri Saifuddin Abdullah. Singapore is Malaysia's second largest export destination after China and also Malaysia's second largest import source after China. From January to December 2021, Singapore's investment in Malaysia amounted to $38.62 billion, while Malaysia's investment in Singapore totaled $25.41 billion for the same period. While in Malaysia, Wong is also scheduled to have an audience with the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah at Istana Negara.
The Education Ministry is in the midst of empowering schools which are less favoured by parents to help them achieve their potential. This is being done to overcome the problem of some parents referring to send their children to better schools located further away despite having schools near their home.
Senior Education Minister Datuk Dr. Razzie Jidin said some parents have even gone to the extent of falsifying their home addresses to ensure that their children can qualify for placements in schools deemed more prestigious. This, he said, had created a situation where some schools were short of students, while others have a packed student population.
Saya ingin pastikan kalaulah ibu bapa melangkaui 5 buah sekolah, 5 buah sekolah yang dilangkaui itu, kita akan pastikan kualitinya kita usahakan dengan fasilitinya kita tingkatkan supaya ibu bapa melihat keadaan lebih bahawa semua sekolah ini adalah sekolah yang baik.
The genome variations of Malaysia from its diverse population offers the best and most ideal site for clinical trial research. Health Minister Khairi Jamaluddin said genetic difference is one of the important aspects that researchers look into at clinical trial, especially in testing the efficacy of treatment.
Satu adalah untuk memastikan bahawa asas penyelidikan klinikal itu berada pada tahap bertaraf dunia. You can advertise yourselves as much as you want, but if you don't have the basis for world-class clinical research, there's no point. So that's really your talent, your facilities, your patient enrollment, and your regulatory framework. All these things are the building blocks to a world-class site, a world-class hub for clinical trial.
He added for Malaysia to become clinical research hub, the country must also possess solid supervision system to facilitate clinical tests process, including approval. Khairi was speaking at the Memorandum of Understanding MOU signing ceremony between Novartis Malaysia, Clinical Research Malaysia CRM and Sarawak General Hospital SGH in Kuching yesterday.
In another matter, Khairi said the Health Ministry MOH will work together with multinational pharmaceutical company Novartis to introduce Biryani initiative to provide better access for the public to undergo breast cancer screenings. The minister says the pilot project will kick off at Klang Valley's People Housing Projects.
He added the initiative will include cooperation from community leaders to encourage women in their community to undergo breast cancer screenings. Khairi said the public still has stigma towards breast cancer diagnosis, its cost and fear of losing their breasts. The ministry, Khairi said, will also play its role to motivate the public to undergo screenings.
The Women, Family and Community Development Ministry will continue to spread awareness and advocate against the normalisation of sexual harassment practice through the 2021 Anti-Sexual Harassment Bill. Its Minister Datuk Sri Rina Harun said sexual harassment may be common for some, but it should not be normalised to the point it becomes a culture.
Rupanya masih ramai lagi yang tidak mengetahui secara khusus berkaitan dengan gangguan seksual. Jadi ini bukan saja kita yang pentingnya bukan saja dari segi pelaksanaan RU itu sahaja semata-mata, tetapi dari segi memberikan kesedaran, memberikan ilmu kepada masyarakat bahawa budaya kita tidak mahu gangguan seksual ini dinormalisasikan.
Datuk Sri Rina was met after appearing as a guest in the Bicara Narrative program.
Coming up next, Selangor State Farmers Organisation records 2.87 million ringgit net profits. The Selangor State Farmers Organisation has recorded a net profit of 2.87 million ringgit for the year 2021. Finance Minister Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul Tengku Abdul Aziz said the increase of 47% compared to the year before, that was a remarkable achievement.
Saya juga difahamkan PPS Selangor juga berjaya meningkatkan nilai bersih pertubuhan ini sehingga mencecah 400 juta ringgit dengan isi padu perniagaan melebihi 40 juta ringgit serta mengekalkan audit sifar selama 3 tahun berturut-turut. Ini dari tahun 2019 hingga 2021. Ini sekaligus menggambarkan pertubuhan telah berjaya melaksanakan tadbir pengurusan dan kewangan yang baik dan seharusnya dicontohi oleh rangkaian pertubuhan padang yang lain.
He said this at the launching of the 45th Annual Grand Meeting of PPNS in Shah Alam. Also present were National Farmers Organisation NAFAS Chairman Datuk Zamri Yaakob and PPNS Chairman Datuk Dr. Abdul Rahman Bakri. Railway Assets Corporation RAC has agreed to build an enclosed pedestrian route without crossing the Padang Besar's Integrated Complex of Immigration, Customs, Quarantine and Security ICQS. According to Home Minister Datuk Sri Hamzah Zainuddin, aside from protecting pedestrians, the route will also ensure there is no trespassing activities by foreigners through Padang Besar's KTM station.
RAC bersetuju untuk mereka memagarkan kawasan supaya laluan jalan kaki itu tidak boleh masuk ke dalam kawasan kita, kompleks ini. Jadi persetujuannya adalah untuk mereka adakan satu lagi fencing, walaupun tanah itu untuk immigration, tapi kita benarkan supaya kita ada buat fencing di tepi sana tadi. Jadi apabila dah ada itu, mereka akan kita berikan satu tempat untuk orang menunggu mengambil penumpang, taksi, motosikal, semua di luar kawasan kita.
The pedestrian route is scheduled to complete within 3 months.
90% of GETMARA's graduates were employed between 6 to 12 months after completing their studies. Its chairman, Datuk Dr. Din Adam, said the number is considered relatively high compared to other higher learning institutes. Elaborating further, Datuk Din said the majority of GETMARA's graduates were more inclined to enter the workforce in the field of electrical, automotive and welding.
Boleh pasaran kita ada 90% lebih. Bermakna very high. It's not easy to get this. Kalau compare you pergi dekat IPT mana-mana pun not easy. Menganggur ramai. Even you pergi buat doktor, medical. You pergi buat guru sekarang pun tidak secure, lepas je dia dapat kerja, tak ada.
He said this at the 2022 Get Mara graduation ceremony in Pasir Mas, Kelantan. In a foreign segment, China earthquake death toll rises to 46. And that wraps up today's edition of Updates at Noon. In our top story, Malaysia and Singapore reiterate commitment to strengthen bilateral ties. Don't forget to tune in to news at 10 later tonight. Till then, I'm Renee Fong. Thanks for watching and have a pleasant afternoon.